Hello, welcome to LexV Designs. In today's video, we're going to be learning how to cut and sew this very simple AutoGele with an Ankara material or a brocade material. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel if you're yet to subscribe, and turn on your notification bell so that anytime I upload a video, you'll be notified. So let's get started. Now to do this, I have a piece of fabric of about 1.5 yards, okay, and this material could be Ankara, Ashoke, brocade material. In this video, or for the purpose of this video, I'm using a brocade material, okay, but this can work in any fabric. All right, so I just went ahead to measure the circumference of uh this of my head. Okay, so this is how to measure the circumference of your head, and I'm working with 24 inches. I'll cut up a piece of fabric of 24 inches and with the width of about 12 inches. All right, now this is 24 inches plus my sewing allowance. All right, so I went ahead to work with 25 inches. I cut out the remaining excesses. Now to the other part of this work, or to the main part of this hair tie, I need a piece of fabric that I'm going to be pleating. Okay, now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to still measure out that same 24 inches plus my sewing allowance of about 25 inches. All right, and then I'll cut it out because this will cover my whole head circumference, and then I use the width of 10 inches. Okay, now what I want to do is that I want to pleat it this way. Okay, now I'm going to pleat it this way with about half inch, and I'll be running my stitches on top of each of the pleated folds. All right, I hope this is clear. I'll just quickly run the stitches, and then before I start pleating, I will fold in the front area of this pleat before I start, you know, going ahead to do this. I hope this is clear. The front area that will be sitting on top of my forehead, I folded it in, then I started forming my pleat. Now, this is how my plate looks. Okay, I after forming it, I now divided that 24 inches, that's 25 inches plus my sewing allowance, into two different folds because I want to make this V design on the front of this scarf. Okay, but if you don't want it, please don't cut it out, just use that 25 inches as a whole. Now I went ahead and I stitched it just like I directed on this video, and then I'm going to be joining the after stitching up this V part. All I'm going to be doing is that I cut out a piece of fabric. You can see these two pieces, they'll be serving as the handle. Okay, and I have the length of about 10 inches and then the width of 8 inches. Now this width can actually vary, it depends on what you're working with. All right, now what I'm going to be doing is that I'm going to fold in. Okay, I'm going to fold in. When I place my V very well, the other end, okay, this end that I'm pointing at now, I'm going to place it inside this piece of fabric and then stitch on it this way, okay, as directed in this video, and then run down the stitch. I hope this is clear. Okay, so I'll just run down very closely to this material and ensure that you don't stitch on top of the handle or the main scarf rather. Okay, so I'll do this for this side and I'll do this for the other side, and I'll show you what I mean or how it should look like. Now this is it. Okay, I just stitched it very closely and then I'm going to be turning it out as simple as this. Okay, after turning this out, I'll place it rightly. This is the point where you will need to stitch on it now. Okay, and then I'll run my stitch this way. Okay, just like a 7. All right, now after doing this, I'm going to be joining the back part of this head scarf. All right, but I'll get the midpoint as directed in this video, and then I will run my stitch all the way to the end. But before then, stitch up the sides of this scarf. Okay, look at the sides, stitch up your sides this way till about 6 inches down. All right, and then stitch up this other side as well to about 6 inches, or you can even use less than 6, maybe 5 inches. Then I now run my stitch, I covered it up. Okay, this is how it should look. Now the excesses at this area, I'm going to trim it off. Okay, I also have a video where I've directed and shown how to actually form this V pattern on your turban scarf. Okay, please kindly check out this video. Now this is how it looks. Okay, now the next thing is that I cut out about 10 pieces of this particular piece you're seeing here, and the width I cut out is 3 inches. Now the length I cut out is the whole 25 inches. Okay, now what I'm going to be doing is that I'm going to be folding in, and I also put in my hat stay into this fabric because I'm going to be forming something like a pipe. All right, so what I'm going to be doing is that I'm going to form something like this. Okay, this long strap, it should be able to go round the whole head circumference. All right, so after cutting about 10 pieces of it, you can actually use less than 10, you can use more than 10. It depends on the height of the scarf you want it to be, how much height you want. Now this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be pleating this side and then stop sewing at that point where I marked that 6 inches. All right, this is it. So I just pleated it a bit and then I stopped at that 6 inches mark. Okay, now I went ahead and placed this scarf because before I gum these long straps that I formed by piping. Okay, and I put hair stay in between each of them. Okay, I had to tie it to my mannequin. Please, if this video is too fast, you can actually lower the speed or pause at every point that you don't understand. Now I went ahead and then started placing them one after the other. Okay, till I get to the desired height, and if I feel that the height is too much, I could just reduce it. All right, now what I'm going to be doing is that I'm going to be using my gum, my gum here. I'm going to show you how to place this. You can actually, for the first strap, sew it on top of the fabric. Okay, you can see that I pinned mine so that it doesn't shift. But please, it's very advisable that at this point you sew on top of your own. All right, now after sewing on top of the first one, you don't need to sew on top of the second one. This is the essence of the gun. Okay, the gun gum. So I'll be pressing out my gum. I'm just putting little so I can arrange it at first. Okay, you can see the way I'm placing it, trying to arrange it. This is so simple. Please watch the way I will arrange this very well. And if you're yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, kindly take this opportunity and subscribe and support this channel, please. I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up to this video, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comment section. I'll be there to address it. Thank you. After I had ensured that I securely, covered and gummed up these pieces, okay, I went ahead and formed something like a covering. All right, just this way. I used about 5 inches so I can cover the rough edges of this work. Okay, so I just used about 5 inches and then folded in into something like this. Okay, and I'm going to be putting this in through. Okay, I just stitched on it and then passed through the rough edges of my ashoke of my pieces through this end. Okay, and then I secured it carefully so that it comes out very neat. I hope this is clear. So I'll do this for this side and I'll do the same thing for the other side as well. Okay, Now after doing this, I'll quickly use my needle and thread. Okay, I just had to cut out the excesses. Then I used my needle and thread to stitch this up so that it doesn't shift. Okay, just stitch it up maybe from top, from the underside, just as I am doing, so that it doesn't shift and so that the thing is very secured. All right. And please don't forget to repeat the same thing on the other side. Okay. And this is all for this video. Thank you for watching. Bye.